Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. So, my name is Sheri, by the way. So, today I'm going to create another pendant similar to this. It's going to be different colors, and instead of using, this has a moss agate, instead of using a gemstone, I created my own cabochons. And this is kind of a two-for video. I had someone ask me how I create my cabochon, so I'm going to show that real quick. And then we'll start on the pendant. So let me get things I need for that and we'll get started. Be right back. Okay, so the things that we need to make a cabochon is, I always use scrap clay. I rarely use new clay. So you need a mold and some scrap clay. I got this mold from Amazon, and I believe I paid, I want to say $4, $5. I'm not sure. I can't remember, but I'll try to link it down in the description box. And I believe it's for resin. I can't remember the exact description, but I believe it's for resin. So if you do get this to make cabochons, this line here on the back, make sure you use the empty side, because that puts an indent in your cabochon when you push down, and so it puts like the little indentation, and it doesn't look very nice. It's hard to get out. You have to keep messing with it. So, okay, so I just put a little water. Any release agent will do. And I kind of just, you don't need a whole lot, and sometimes you don't need any, but if I'm working with a stiffer clay, I like to have it just a little bit. So then I just warm it up in my hands. It's been sitting here for a minute. I did condition it, but it's been sitting here for a second, so I like to get it warm, workable. I want to say thank you, everyone, for the support. All the comments, the likes, the subscriptions. I really appreciate it. And I'm really, really blessed and thankful. So, you guys are awesome. Also, let me know if there's anything that you guys would like to see. And of course, if you have any questions or you need help with anything, please let me know. Don't hesitate to message me or leave a comment. And I'll get right back to you, and I'll definitely help you out. Okay, so you want to just push it down in there pretty good. And then there's a trick to getting it out. You have to peel it back, pinch it in a way, and then it comes out. Oh, that's nice. I almost don't want to use that. Oh, hold on one second. That just gave me an idea. Let me get another piece of scrap clay. Does that ever happen to you guys? You get something really nice and you're like, no, I'm going to use that for something else. That happens to me quite a bit, so. Let me run this through the pasta machine real quick just to get it a little warmed up. Also, I wanted to mention that I have, on Facebook, I have a page, it's Driven Heart Studios Jewelry, and on there we'll have jewelry pieces that I have available. And then also I have a group. It's also Driven Heart Studio Jewelry. And actually, wait a minute, I think my page is just Driven Heart Studio, and then the group is Driven Heart Studio jewelry. And the reason why this happened is because I was going to open a store and quickly realized that it's a lot more hassle than I want to go through when I can just sell from the group. So the group page has jewelry pieces on it that are available. And also you guys can invite your friends and family. Feel free to, you know, chat amongst yourself. You can leave me questions there, comments. You can also request orders, like custom orders, because I do custom work too. So if you guys have anything that you need done, you can leave the comment there. Also right now, I'm doing a 20% off sale, so you can get 20% off of all the jewelry pieces that I have available, which I have more. I'll have to get them posted. I've been really busy, so trying to open my store, and that's on goimagine.com. So it's goimagine.com.drivenheartstudio. And that'll lead you right to my store. But anyway, it'll be 20% off for all jewelry pieces, and that includes custom work. So get those orders in with me, guys. I'll definitely make you something that you really like. I also will make sure I get it done in, you know, a good quick time. I don't want people waiting around for their stuff, so you won't have to worry about that either. Okay, so now I have the mold out, and I'm going to push it down a little bit. And I can't remember if I just mentioned, I don't use a lot of clay when I push it into the mold. Like, it doesn't fill it up all the way, and if it does, I pull some of it off, because when you put your veneer piece across the top of it, which I'll show you that in a minute, it will, you don't have like a whole lot of room, and it can distort your, the front. So I try to, leave it a little less full. Okay, so here's the veneer that I created. I can do a tutorial for this if you guys want to see that as well. And also, the lady that asked for the video showing how I do my cabochons from Happy Place on Facebook. I'm so sorry I forgot your name. This is for her, by the way. She did ask me to show how I do my cabochons. So I will try to find your name and link it down in the description. So then just cut a little extra off, but you want to, or the extra off, but you want to leave a little bit. Okay, so then pull up the excess around the edge like this. That way you know your veneer isn't going anywhere, and the part that you pick that you really like on there, it's not gonna go anywhere. It'll be, where you want it. So then, also, if there's any like little nicks or scratches, it'll go away once you push it down in the mold, so you don't have to worry about that. So I kind of stretch the mold as I'm setting it in there. That way it doesn't distort the front that much. And I'm making sure that I get the whole entire front in there, because it's hard to describe unless you're doing it. But when you're pushing it down in there, if you don't pull the sides out and give it like a little room, it will ride up in different places. Like it won't go in there like you want it. And it will distort your image. I've done it a few times. So that's why I just, when I push it down in there, I pull it like this. And then it kind of like snaps it in place. Okay. So just burnish it with my fingers a little bit. And also, I want the front to be kind of domed, so I push down in the middle more than I do on the sides to make like a little divot. Okay. Then I just kind of smooth the edges around. And I take my knife and I shave it. And then smooth it back around. And once you do this a few times, you'll get the hang of it. It's not hard. You just gotta do it. Go for it. And I believe in you guys. You can do it. If I can do this stuff, so can you guys. You just have to practice. Okay, so then stretch. Okay, hold on. Stretch it and kind of roll it up under, and it'll pop it out. And then there's no like indentations or marks or anything. And that is so nice. And that's the piece that I'm going to use. I was going to use one of these, but I changed my mind. That's so nice. Actually, let me make, because I want to use this one for the pendant. Because I really like, I haven't done a round one yet, and this is the cutter I'm going to use. And by the way, I chose these colors because this is going to be silver and black. Because I've done like copper and everything, I haven't done that color yet. And also, I haven't baked this cabochon yet, it's raw. And I usually bake them, but I'm not going to this time, I'm just going to leave it. Going to bake with the outside too, so that's okay. Let me make another round one, and I like this design on here, but I just want to see if there's something that I might like a little bit more. So let me make another round one like this, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. So here's the dilemma now. Which one do I like better? You can't really tell from the camera, but this one has translucent over it, so it's going to have like depth look. And then there's a little bit right there and right there. So I think I'm going to use this one though, because I really like how it turned out. So it's going to go like this. Okay, let me get everything set up and I'll be right back. Okay guys, welcome back. So I have some Scalpy Souffle poppy seed, which is my favorite to work with. Scalpy Souffle is my favorite brand, but I love the black because it's like matte almost, so it's my favorite. Okay, so I have this stencil. It's a Tim Holtz stencil, and I think I got this on Amazon. Not really entirely sure, but I'll make sure I link it down in the description box. So let me check something real quick. Okay, I am going to go across this way, and all you have to do is lay it on there wherever you want the impression. And you can do this with any stamp, or geez, stencil. And then just roll your roller across it. Just give it firm pressure. You don't have to push too hard. I just go over it a few times just to make sure, because I want to get a nice impression. And then you'll see the little indent impression it gives. You can see it go down in there. And then just carefully peel it back because I don't want to break the stencil. Okay, then, so you see I do a lot of copper and silver. So I thought do a little color this time. I don't like the cartoonish look, so I try to stay away from that, but I feel like I'll be able to make it look good and it won't be cartoonish. So here I have some gunmetal. Well, it was silver and then I added some black mica powder to make it like a gunmetal color. So we're going to use this. And then I also have, it's Nodway Color Shift Mica powder, and it's grass green is the color. We'll be using that too. So I'll just go in a few spots where I want the gunmetal color. And then this color shift, it's like the green is like a gold, and let me make sure. 1 second. It's like I think it's green and it shifts maybe to gold, which that's okay if I'm doing black and silver because the cabochon has that kind of emerald green color in it. So that's okay. I just want to make sure I'm up here pretty good in the screen or in view. I have my marble tile taped off so I know where you guys can see me at. Okay, so I just get a fluffy brush, and this is a Morphe M507. I used to do makeup, and I've converted some of my makeup brushes to now my mica powder brushes. So I'll just pick a few spots, put the gunpowder. And you guys are really going to like this, the way this grass green looks on here. I see some people that go like in like circles. See how I did my pattern though? I just feel like it's going to give it a more, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not going to be like too patchy and too like in the same area, and I don't know. I just like making sure it has an even look. Okay, so then I just put a little of the grass green in the cap. I did not tap off my brush because I want to use some of that gunmetal powder I made. And then I tap it in because if you see, I hope you can see it on camera, but if you tap it like this, it doesn't make it too dark. It doesn't put the green and all in one area really dark. So that's the way I like to do it. And then after I tap it, and then some areas I'll just swirl it. And then I just try to go around where I put that gunmetal color. And I do like for these to blend in together to give that like ombre effect. And then if I feel like I got it too dark or it's not blended enough, you know, to get the other color, which is that gunmetal color. And without tapping off my brush, still have a little of the green on. Then I'm going to take a little bit of the green and a little bit of the gunmetal.
Go lay down. Go lay down.
1 second, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back. So, I wasn't feeling that green. It was getting a little too bright for me. So, I have this forest green mica powder by Technoruse. I'll make sure I link it. And I did a little test spot right here to see, and I really like that a lot better. So, I'll just use this too and go over the areas, tap off a little bit, because I want it to be not so bright. I want it to have that like deep green color, like the emerald green color, like is on the cabochon. Okay, there, that's a lot better. Okay, so just want to go over the areas I haven't gotten yet. Oops. I try not to make it too bright or like concentrated in one area. And then I'm going to do that just so I can see where I need to go back over it with the gunmetal, which is right here. Okay. And I didn't tap off the green. Then I'll go back over. Then you can just keep messing with it like I do. There's no rules to this. It's just whatever you think looks good. Okay, and even with going over that with that forest green, it still has like the color shift in the background, so I'm happy with that. Okay, let's see what this is going to look like, and then cut it. Okay, that looks good. I have a couple more areas I want to go back over real quick. I'm going to go over with the lighter green first, just because I want to make sure it has that color shift. And it kind of like changed it in some spots and then gave it like an ombre effect, which you may not be able to see from the camera. So then I'm going to go over some of the silver spots because it's giving it a nice little ombre and kind of like a flip-flop. Like we used to have the flip-flop paint jobs. I don't know if they do that anymore. Okay, that looks good. One more thing. Okay, so then I'm going to go over the green again. And then I'll just keep messing with it, like I said, until I get it like I want it to look. And I may put some black on here because like I said, I don't like it to look cartoonish. So let me get the black. Hold on one second. Let me try to go over it with the gunmetal real quick and see if I can get it to look a little better than I have it now. Okay, let me get the black and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, guys. So the gunmetal or the black I'm not going to do. Let's just go over this with some Gilder's wax and see if what that does or what it looks like. And I'm only going to do it in the areas that I have Like the gunmetal. Oh, it's giving it like a really nice metallic look. There we go. Didn't have enough on there, I think.
You getting upset with me?
Okay, 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I'm sorry. I'm back. So, this is what we have so far. I like it because it has like the dark green and then it kind of has the mixed green. I don't know if you guys can tell from there, and then the gunmetal look. So, I'll find the area. Actually, let me put this on there. Wait, that's the wrong one, isn't it? Jeez, I'm lost. Sorry about this, guys. Okay.
You won't get mad because I say you're not listening.
Okay, there we go. Now, I want this green right here to show a little bit, so I'll make sure it's right there, over a little bit. Okay, that looks like the area I want, so oops. Cut it. Let me find my acrylic block. It's right here in front of my eyeballs. Okay. Then, okay. So, of course, I'm going to add some other stuff to it. It's not done yet. So this is what we have so far. Let me figure out what my next steps are going to be, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back. So, while I was off camera, I messed around a little bit because I was not liking exactly how it looked. So, took some Scotch tape and I'm gonna peel back like that. Now, this may take a while. That's okay. So then the color and stuff will just be down in the recessed areas, which I really like it now that I'm doing that. So it's gonna take a little bit, but I just keep putting the tape on and peeling it off, putting it on and peeling it off. So I'm gonna keep doing that and get it all together. It's gonna take me a second and I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. So this is what it looks like after I use the Scotch tape to get the top layers off. And it might take a while and a few pieces of tape, but you'll get it. Okay, so the next part I'm gonna do is I have some more Sculpey poppy seed rolled out, and it's on a number 2, and it's in a thin strip because I'm going to show you why. Okay, so for this tool, and I got this from Sweetie Bijou. I think that's how you say it, pronounce it. It's B-I-J-O-U. And her name is Ludmila on YouTube. But I have some Armor All because you have to use some kind of release agent to use this tool. What it is, it's just a, she calls it a blade, but it's like an edge cutter, and this one is called, if you go there to get one from her site, sweetiebougie.com, I want to say it's small sharp teeth or small trap teeth. That's what this one's called. So just put a little armor all across it. And I have the scented kind. It smells like new car scent. And every time I use it, I'm like, oh, I forgot that's scented. So I wanted to show you guys. I just got this. This is only the second time I've used it. And the little piece broke off right there. I am going to message her and try to get a replacement. And I'll be honest with you, I paid a lot of money for this stuff and the other stuff and the shipping. So if she doesn't replace this, I'm not going to order from her again. I'll let you guys know. I've only had it, I got it a few days ago, and I've only used this is the second time, and the piece broke off. So no, that's not cool. Okay, so what I do is make sure there's the cutting side or the beveled side, and then the flat side. So make sure that's against the flat side of your, or the edge side of your clay. And this is rolled out on a number 3. Let me line this up just a little bit more. Okay. And then you want to go, and I've practiced this a few times. How far you go back from here is going to determine how thick it is. So I want to go, I'll try to show you guys. I want it to be right there. Wait a minute, let me line it up. So I want it to go a little from the edge, maybe 3 millimeters, 2 millimeters from the edge, and then push it down. And then if you don't like the thickness of it, you can always trim it off. So you want to give it a firm push, and that's what it does. So then I'm going to cut the edges so it'll come right off. Now that part right there where it's stuck is from where that piece broke. So we'll be seeing about getting a new piece or a new cutter. Oops. Okay, then I'm going to take my tool right here, just get off the little pieces, little excess. Which, with this kind of tool, you wouldn't think you would have to do that, but I don't know. Okay, I got off for the most part. Which is weird because the pieces I've seen her use don't do this. So I don't know, let's see. Whoops. Okay, so then it's gonna go around like that. Okay, let me work on this. I need to clean these edges up because there's pieces of clay hanging from them. So let me do that and I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. So I cleaned up the edge of this the best that I could. I mean, you can't see anything. There's nothing left on it. So I don't know why I said the best that I could. That's not what I meant, but that's okay. So I'm going to put some liquid clay, translucent of course, on the back. I like scalpy souffle. It's my favorite, the papacy, but man, it stains my hand, or, you know, tints my hand and gets all over the place. That's the only thing I don't like about it. Ooh. I don't know why I didn't just do it that way. I'm so used to putting stuff in my hands, I guess. I don't know. Both hands. Okay. So then, one second, let me make sure the edge of this is flat all the way around. Okay. And I want this over here, or yeah, the way I figured I wanted this was this stuff towards the bottom, so that's how I'm guessing where to put stuff, figuring out where to put stuff. And then this is just going to go, the bottom part's going to stand straight up and against the cabochon. So then I need to cut it. And then, okay, sorry guys, I keep forgetting about the camera sometimes. So then I would just want to guess where the middle is, or, you know, figure out where the middle is. Cut it. I'm going to use my blade because it's a little sharper than that. Okay, there we go. Now I got to clean this edge up here. Also, I need to check. I see that some of this is not lined up right, so let's take my knife and level it up. Okay, there we go. So that's what that looks like so far. And I think that I'm going to do it with the gunmetal because I want it to kind of stay a darker color. Now, when I get into situations like this one right here, oh, here it is. I couldn't find the top. Where, okay, yes, I'm going to try to blend that the best I can, the two ends together. But if I feel like they're not blending well together and I don't like how it looks, then I will find something to cover it up with, like a gemstone or a flower or leaves or something like that. That's just a tip if you guys find yourself in that situation. Just find something to cover it up with. That's what I do. Okay, so that's what it looks like so far. Then I'm just going to push it down a little bit to make sure it's level all the way around. Okay, so let me get the gunmetal stuff ready and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back guys. So now, and I got this tool from Amazon and it's ripped. It's Soft Tools and it's made by Pan Pastels, I believe, or for Pan Pastels. So I'm just going to use this I'm just going to go on the outside edge. Also, I wanted to tell you guys that usually when I make cabochons and I use them for this, I bake them first. So this time I left it raw, just to see like if there's any difference, and also it takes longer, so kind of wanted to get this video up and started for you guys, so, or started and up for you guys. Okay, that's what it looks like. Push this down just a little bit. Now I kind of want to dab some off. I'm going to see if I can get oops. like so far. Let me pull this piece over so that we can see what it's going to look like. Jeez. So far, that's going to be it. Actually, I don't know why I just did that. I need that on there. Okay. So now, of course, I'm going to add pieces to this. Like I do, you know. So, let me give you some examples. I have this one, which has roses and those kinds of things. But this, I feel like, is a different kind of vibe. So I don't want to really do roses and traditional stuff. So I have a few ideas. Let me get a couple things out and figure something out, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. And okay, the more I've looked at this, I'm not really feeling the background. It would be nice for a different type of cabochon, I believe. So here's the change. So I have these pieces that I made from this mold right here that I got from Amazon. It's going to be these little ones right here. And of course I will try to find links to everything for you guys. I don't like doing that, leaving you guys hanging. So I'll try to find the links. And if I can't find the links, I'll at least tell you where I get it from, or I got it from, and that's what I've been doing. If I can't find the links, then I at least tell you where it came from. Okay, so liquid clay on the back of this. Then glue it right here. Man, that fits there so nicely, like perfectly. Okay, let me get the top piece on and I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. So I have this ginkgo leaf mold, and I'm going to press a little flour out of it. Ginkgo leaf, whatever you call it. A little bit of water in there. And this one's going to be a little weird because how the stem is. But I'll get it done. I'll make it up here to make sure you guys can see me. Okay. So I kind of just press it down there first because that's going to be the hardest spot. And then I use my finger and the tip of my fingernail, because you can always rub it out, to move it where I need it to go. Like you can rub out the impression your fingernail leaves. But it just, I don't know, it seems that it moves easier for me that way, and I could break it up. Like if it's in a bunch in one spot, I can use my fingernail and the tip of my finger to move it. Okay, so I want to push down really good because I want to make sure it gets a nice impression. And then I just make the back smooth and even. Okay. And pop it out. Okay. And so I was messing around a minute ago. And right here where this kind of curve is, that will be the perfect place for the end of this ginkgo leaf to go. So I'm going to show you guys real quick before I glue it down, because it's kind of curved. So I'm just going to stick it right there. And then that fits there perfectly. So let me get that glued and I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. So Now, I didn't want to use flowers or anything again, but I'm going to have to. So, only because I feel like that's the way it's leaning again. But I want to keep doing the same thing, but that's okay. So, but I'm not going to use rose. I have this mold here. I don't know what this flower is. Maybe a peony? I don't know what it is. So, but I already got it out of the mold, and I cut it to fit there. So it'll go just like that. And I think that looks awesome. So, let me glue it real quick. I lost my brush. Sorry if you guys just heard me whispering. I was telling my babe that he's okay because he walked to the store for me. This nasty weather. Let me finish my video. So, which he could have drove, but he likes to walk sometimes, so. Okay. So I made it, I cut it, I bent the blade and then cut that piece off so that it would fit there perfectly. And I am liking this more and more. Okay, let me see. I mean, I don't think there's anything else that needs to be done. Really, it's nice. Okay, let me just make sure before I go any further. And I'll be right back.